Ah, hello. I'm waking up. Am I awake? Am I alive? Am I am I functioning? Welcome back to more Banner Saga. I am gonna finish. Let's hit resume and get straight back into it. And fill my water. That is the sound of water coming from my personal water fountain that I keep in my room. Because I'm fancy like that. Ooh. Hold on. There we go, that's a bit better. So. Heroes. I think we upgraded. Yeah, we upgraded Alette last time. And we gave her on our strength, on will. My one concern is that Rook is injured. Let's check the market. One renown gets 3. I have 12. Let's get 2. And then. Okay, let's go to the Great Hall. Rook! Thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with... Hold on, let me move my mic. There we go. Filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? I've lost the accent since I lost it. Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. The chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. I must know why we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions. No! I've made some decisions. But tell me straight. What would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. I've lost the accent. I'm so mad. Not so easily done. Rook? Oh god. Hold out. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. If I stay, there will be double. So I really got to know now. Should I stay or should I go? I have no idea. I trust Ivor on this. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If dreads are coming down from the north, Frostweller, Mugger, Frostweller, to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skogger in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostville. I can't do the accent. Fuck the accent. I'm ditching the accent. As fun as it was. Do we abandon the storehouse? That's a good question. If we'd have to, we'd be leaving behind everything but the supplies you bought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostville is at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the dredge. And if we run out of food before we get to Frostweller, it won't matter how many escape. I still say let me handle the dredge. We really can't. The carts are dangerous, but we really can't afford to lose the food behind, especially since I made that bungle decision last time. It's going to get us killed, Rook. Die farting dredge or starve on the road. I'd rather fight. I agree with Rook. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine. I'll get the townspeople ready. Take some of the fighters and gather as much food as you can. Tell us when you're ready. You step into the courtyard, where you can already see dredge in every direction. The storehouse isn't far. You slip inside and start loading carts while Ivor and the half-dozen men who came along do the same. When you've gathered as much as you dare, Ivor takes up position outside the Great Hall. Dredge have already taken notice, watching closely. Come on, he mutters, and people begin filing out of the hall. Almost immediately, things begin to go wrong. Some dredge go after the yokes tied to supplies, while others lunge at a cart with chickens. Terrified men pull axes, and their dredge respond in kind. Not far away, you spot Ivor raising his shield, cursing. You prepare for a fight. Fight, fight, fight! Okay. Let's do it like this. Tacking Oddleaf onto the back seems pretty okay. Because, you know, that's what her skill set is. Ah, jeez. Why is it set up like this? Okay. What is your movement range? Okay, Ivor's gonna cop a hit, that's fine. I did not take movements into account when planning this out because I'm silly! Okay, let's see. Okay, let's break some armor immediately. Ooh, that's more than I expected. Yeah, sure, go for it. Hell yeah. Ouchies! Oh, okay. Ooh, chain damage. Hell yeah. love some chain damage, that's so good. Or... oh, I put him in a really terrible spot. Okay, stone wall. It's fine. Nice! Okay, sure, you can just die, I guess. Was that my smartest move? No, maybe not. Okay. Okay, winnable. Pillage. You need to back off a little bit and then you can attack. For 2, yeah, that's fine. Kill him! Yeah! A sky striker, wow. Woo! I did it. So Hunter, Sky Striker, and I was ready for promotion! Nice. In the chaos that follows, you notice out of the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with dredge, and what might be the chieftain amongst them. To your left, Iva is laying into a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly... why did I say it like that? An elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the townspeople are scattering. If nobody steps in, they could be picked off one by one. Nearby, a yox bleats pitifully as dredge wrestle with the wagon tied to it. Another full cart has been toppled beside it, abandoned. You could end up losing more food and supplies than you started out with. Oh, but my people... Got it, you shout, barking orders as you keep everyone together. Got it, you shout, barking orders as you pass people. The guards will have to fend for themselves or there won't be anyone left to protect. Miraculously, you find yourselves clear of the fighting. Iva emerges from the trees, bloodied but breathing. You swear you almost see a grin on his face. Oddleaf is not so lucky. Are you kidding? Oh, she's alive. She struggles to bear the body of the chieftain in her arms, her face blank. No guards join her. You gather her to the caravan and cover the body with a cloth. The chieftain's death hits you like a punch to the gut. Only at Ivor's insistence does the caravan continue on to Frostvilla. Alette's hand clasps tightly around your own. Plus 20 renown. Morale has become poor. Minus 4 supplies. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. We've got to pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. Let's rally the caravan. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step. Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards. The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Morale improved. Yay! Ooh, it's a godstone. Morale declined. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvaldr. Fuck. I need water. Hridvaldr. Ha. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. Probably shouldn't be looking to me for advice. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. But you're the dredge killer around here. No, he's the muscle. How am I supposed to what do we do if we run into more dredge? That is a good question. You mean when? I'll be honest with you. These men can't take on dredge by themselves. I expect we'll lose 2 for every slag we take down. So we run? Only if you want to lose women and children. We're going to have to fight, and there are going to be deaths. Gods be damned. Why is this happening? I'm dropping the accent. I can't do the accent. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Men are a plague worse on the world, worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. The Godstone looms ahead, the massive eyes of Hridvaldr looking the same direction as you. Inspect! The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit more than anything else now. out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Hrithvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you. But I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. It feels like an end more than a start. Bjarken Rune. Nice! Let's check the map real quick. So, it's loading. It's taking a while to load. There we go. Ah, jeez, we're not gonna make it to Frostfeller, are we? Shit. Da, 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 da. Wide Leg Bastion. Okay. Yeah, so we were here. We're here. That's not very far. I don't think... How do I exit? There we go. Let me out! We ain't making it to Frostfeller. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. You've seen the men dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned... It's suspicious, but the promise of food is too good. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Yay! Huzzah! Plus 12 fighters, plus 5 renown, and an extra 3 days of supplies. Okay, we might make it to Frostfeller. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Many thrown fists and a broken bone later, the instigator, Raffensvater, is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansmen looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Coerce a public apology, tie him up until he dries out, laugh off the scuffle. Let's get a public apology. Grabbing Raffensvater's neck, you force him to look at the crowd. Apologize for this mess, you demand. The man babbles until you squeeze harder. Sorry, he yells repeatedly, even after you let him go. Folks shake their head but leave the man alone. Aw, man! Should have laughed it off. The The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostvilla, with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Map. Market. Let's talk to... How's the Edgil? You find Egil just outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. I saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything that's... I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now. But if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before. About making sure nothing happens to Arlette. You think about what to say. You're protective of Arlette, huh? Well, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. They're so cute. Don't worry, she can take care of herself too. I know, I didn't mean... Easy, kid. I know what you meant. Ivor seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like dredge before, but I don't have much else to do. And how many people get to train with a var? Just seems like I could be a help to someone. That's what I want to be. I've never seen a shield like that before. Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal, really heavy. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing I have of my father's I have left. Then when my mother died, she gave it to me. Before she died. You think about what to say. I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay. I can tell. That's encouraging. Heroes. Okay, Ivor. Promotion. Yeah. Okay, so. We're fighting a lot of dredge, so let's just max out the shield breaking. And then... Bjarken rune. Let's do that. Plus 15% dodge strength. Not even sure what that is. What is your skill? I like her. She's like the precursor to Elsa. Rain of arrows. Smart use of the ability can potentially lock down an entire team. Whoa! Especially deadly near the end of the fight or against tough opponents who've lost a lot of armor. Just remember not to move. Okay, that is actually really cracked. What the hell? Oh, okay. So Alette has the same thing. I thought it was just battering ram. Return the favor. That's a really good thing. Battering ram can be very helpful. Rook. So mark prey is kind of cracked actually. And light step. Raid master. Full range, standing in a square formation. Okay, I understand. Okay, make sure we've got a week's worth of supplies. How far are we? Okay, we're about halfway, so we should actually be fine. Weak morale. Let's rest. Okay. And now we leave. It's kind of getting hot. You're only just outside the village when two men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Morgan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostfeller. A third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan, he screams. What's going on? These bastards don't speak to us. For us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skoker. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. Ooh, I can dip out. Or I can just be like, there won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive. Dredge my ass! I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got two choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you on the ground. Morgan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Morgan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Ah! Ooh. Okay, here's the thing. I'm fairly sure that Hogan and Morgan are actually kind of cracked. Yeah. Uh... Oh, ee, ooh, ah. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ya, yee. Yo, ah. I'm not gonna get involved. I think they'll probably be fine. You step back as one of the thugs lunges forwards and is caught in the ribs by Hogan's axe. The air soon rings with the sound of screams and axe heads against shields. 4 men lie dead on the ground before the others run. You hurt, Morgan? No, we should have done that years ago. Nah, can't go around killing for no good reason. This was a good reason. The brothers head back into the village, and soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. Hogan introduces you to his young son and wife, all grins, unconcerned about the fact that you never agreed to let them come. You don't bother arguing. Before long, you set out again. Oh wow, they bring a shit ton of food. Hello. Thank you. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleaf approaches you both. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleaf has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd swap the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skogar. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? I fucking guess so! It looks that way. Oh, then that means... You're both quiet for a moment, while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleaf has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogar throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this. Dredge, leaving home, and... Why didn't you stop those men from killing each other? In the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. It wasn't my decision to make. Deciding what happens to other people. I'm glad I'm not here. I wouldn't know what to do. It's not exactly my calling either. Yeah, I know. Dad, I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together, sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skogar is your burden now. Good morale. Oddleaf, Come speak. How are you doing, Odd? Nice nickname, bro. I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes, when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. Hi, Siku! Yeah, more Vikings. We're running away from home. Running away from home. Woo! 3 streams seek. Haha. Go you. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Oddleaf before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? People look up to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife... Fuck! I accidentally... This is probably the most you've ever talked. That's what it said. You asked me to come find you? Oh, doesn't... You asked me to come find you? Yes. It's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know? If something happened. Wow. Huh? What? Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. I think they would follow you. I'd vouch you. Mm. Look, it's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? What happens when someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. Yeah. She looks sideways, eventually giving over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. Morale improved! Yay! Leave. Heroes. Oh yeah, I got new bitches. Okay, so what do these bitches do? Hogan. Bloody flail. So Hogan's a thrasher. Morgan's also a thrasher. Shield wall. Shield wall. Ah, okay, that's interesting. So Hogan has slightly more defense. And Morgan has slightly more attack. So it kind of depends on what you need more of. So 10, 9, 14, 12, 8, 10, 7, 7, 8, 7. I think I need more sturdy people at this point in time, so I'm gonna go with Hogan. And then we're gonna leave. Huh, okay, this must just be a stock campsite thing. Because there's like more Varl than there should be. Leave! Get out of here! At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Send them off with extra supplies. If that's all you're taking, you may never make it, you say. Grabbing a few items from a supply wagon, you strap the additional provisions to their backs. Search for family instead of food, you say with a smile. The men clasp wrists with you before departing. -8 fighters, -3 supplies, it's fine. Extra renown. Hopefully when they get back, more. Complaints of Raffensvatter's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time, the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snack canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Raffensvatter's leg before leading him to you. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Raffensvatter groggily agrees, slurring through his way through the promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow, you doubt it'll be long before Raffensvatter manages to find another drink, whether you'll allow it or not. So that was a kind of piss poor choice. Dredge! Shut. I am banishing him. Get the fuck out. The man's meager belongings and some food are thrown in a pile as everyone moves on. He's tied loosely to a tree. You expect he'll break his bonds eventually, once he sobers up. Please, I swear, he pleads to your back, finally realizing his plight. Whether his dredge were imagined or not, you don't expect to see him again. So I have 385 clansmen.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostweller now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against dredge as well.
Yeah, so it's just Ivor and then a bunch of men. Look at all these dudes. You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces, who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostweller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddly finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Var from Blotsbach, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostweather has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. We can't really go anywhere else because the nearest place is fucking forever away. I want to know more about what's going on in there. I see a lot of people gathered around the rest houses and gates. We could find out what they know. How would we get in anyway? They closed the gate? I can get that gate open. Let's see if there is another way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would break it. Wow. Okay. You approach the gate where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed, as though they simply belonged there. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittently call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. Ivor, did you really expect to push these gates open? I'm willing to try, grunts Ivor, despite sizing up doors that look like they could hold back an army. And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them, he says. You're not sure this is the most sound plan. We're not doing this. This is a terrible idea, you say. We don't even know how many are in there. Ivor folds his arms. He seems almost relieved that he didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. Let's find out more from the crowd. Spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Egila pulls you aside. I was following the outside of these walls, he says, and there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but if a handful of us get in, we might open the gates from the inside. Let's shout at the guards. We're from Skogar. Open the gates, you shout to the archers. Not expecting much. You get as much response as you expected. Leave the gates and try something else. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Did I lock myself out of the... Oh shit, I locked myself out of the waterways. Fuck. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Check out the water passage. I'm not fitting through there, says Ivor when you arrive at the narrow ducts. Go without me. It looks like it'll get you on top of the walls and then down to the gate where you can open it. I don't feel like opening the gates. When Egtil said water, you should have guessed runoff. Still, you managed to squeeze your way through tight stonework and force your way past an iron gate. No. This was not what I wanted to do. Let me back. Okay, so. I was just in here. That was not very useful. A lot of people gathered around the rest houses. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in this great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here, adds Alette. We could help them. Egil pulls you aside, blah blah blah, water. The rest house is overflowing with refugees. The sick, the wounded, and noise. Ah! Hi, Ozzy! Welcome. How was League? Were you having fun? Can you give yourself a shout out? No, I'll do it, actually. Hola. Did that work? Yes, it did. Hello. Thank you, Twitch, for functioning. Yeah. Welcome. Azzy, do you want to try doing funny voices with me, or are you going to bed? I'm doing really funny voices, and it's actually kind of hurting my throat because I didn't drink enough water today. Guys, fuck. No. That's fair. That's real. That's so real of you. I get it. Listen to me trying to do a vaguely Slavic accent and failing. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for raiding. Hi, Raiders. I'm Boba. I should introduce myself to the Raiders. Hi, Raiders. I'm Boba. I'm a funny cat girl. And I am playing the Banner Saga. AKA, this is just me reading the it's 90%, it's like mostly me reading text and doing funny voices and making decisions. And then it's also partially strategy fighting. And I really like the strategy fighting. It's very fun. And I do plan on doing the whole series live streamed, which is fun. Anyway. So, let's tend to the wounded, because I have some compassion. Alette and Oddleaf spend the day, along with others in your caravan, treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gates. I overheard from one woman that the city has been sending carts with food around. Oddleaf tells you. Could be a way in, Ivor replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back in. Odd leaf protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. We're leaving the food cart alone. I don't want to get involved if others are going to suffer for it, you say. You return to what you were doing. Shit. So the choices are either shove in, go through the water passages, hello, let me in. Why did it... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so it didn't... Okay, so it's kind of like glitched out now. It's not letting me do anything except for rest and wait. Okay, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, tend to the wounded, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Leave the food cart alone. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Check out the water passage. There's no other choice. Wait for us at the gate. And now it's a fight time. I've already read all this. Oh, we don't have either. Okay, Morgan, get the fuck in there. Let's go. I probably should put Hogan and Morgan like closer to the front, actually. Oh well. You, get over here. 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 You, get there. Ready. Oh, there's no fighters down here. I thought there were. My friggin' bad. Has 4 willpower and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. She only has 2 willpower. It didn't want to do this. You need to use 1 willpower to actually get into freaking range. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so explanation for people who don't know what the hell this game is. Bam. So everyone has 2 stats, armor and strength. Armor is how much damage you... It's armor. It's pretty straightforward. Strength is both your health value and your attack value. Pretty much. So it's kind of like Magic the Gathering, except for you can, because it's a video game, you can like tick it down slowly instead of having to do one off. So, but also, say I have 9 armor and you have 5 attack. You're not gonna do fucking anything. There's actually a like 50% chance that you totally miss and do 0 damage, although there is a 50% you do exactly 1 damage. But if I have 5 damage, if I have 5 armor and you have 10 health, then Sorry. Ah. Then you do 5 damage to me. So armor break is really freaking important. Go there. Beat his ass. And you don't do like armor damage based on your strength. You do a totally different unit. Is he in attack range? You know what? You know, even if he's... Okay. I cannot see. Mark prey, mark you. Hell yeah. Oh my god, bro is almost dead. So you're pretty low health, you can't really do much. Armor break, armor break. Do it like this, and then Odd Leaf can do forge, I think. Ooh, 6, that's even better. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, he's fucking dead. Whoops. My bad. You are more annoying than you. Nice. Ooh, owie. That hurt. Okay, 293. Yeah, you just keep whittling away. It's fine. Ow! Jesus. Okay, let's whittle down your armor. You can't really do much except for whittle down my armor. I'm gonna be so freaking real. It says all units. Oh yeah, that'll hit him as well. What? No, don't do that. Don't. Stop. Cancel. Oh shit, you're next in the turn. Okay. 4, 3, yeah. Crap. Okay, let's do this. So my father figure does not die. Yikes. Please, 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 don't attack Rook. Oh wait, he can't even because he'd have to go all the way over there. Seriously? You fucker. These two are having a standoff. I guess who will win? Okay, nice. Who's next? Okay, you've got 3 health. You've got 6. You've got 3. Yep, okay, that's actually more useful now. Oh shit! He just died. That was kind of epic. 2, 7... Yeah, let's do that. Now you have only 1 strength, and you can't really do much. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so... who has the most, You? Okay. We'll deal with... Oh! Yep, let's just stonewall. Yeah, just do that so he dies. It's getting annoying. Get out of my way. Oh yay, promotion time. Owie. That hurt. Yay! I win! Okay, that was kind of terrible though. I did not do very well on that. I've got 2 whole bitches who are injured now. Yay! My archers are ready for more promotions. They're actually very useful because they can just pick things away. Hogan's has been injured. Rook's been injured. I need to prioritize, I think, Rook. That's probably a good idea. What in the depths are you doing? Letting ourselves in. I see that. I'm very impressed. But all those people you just let in here, dead. All those women and children with you, dead. And thanks for killing the only ones holding this place together, Skull. What are you talking about? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. If I knew there were fighters and a Farrell outside, I would have brought you in. I'm Ekel. I'm in charge here. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? I think you mean hiding out in a grave. He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? Soon as they heard dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story anyway. At least 3 clans in here warring over turf and food. And the worst are the godforsaken Var. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with an exaggeration, as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there. Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Var. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me, and to take back Frostfeller. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine. Cut these sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the damn streets. Think carefully about what you want. We'll join, I think, if we can take back the city and get it under control, then we can let the other refugees in, and then we all have a better chance against the dredge. Yeah. We'll join you. For now. Good. Because whatever else you're thinking would have been a bad idea. Echo shouts to his men, and with the gates closed, you follow him down obscured alleys. Hope we know what we're doing. Making it up as we go, Ivor. Chapter 3. Little did they sleep. Ah, we're back to the Valor party. Mugger. Hakon, we're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons. Extra supplies too. You perk up, just now realizing that Mugger has been talking to you. Since Vognir died, everyone has been... Whoa. That's a thing I didn't realize I could do. Hello. Zoomies. Hello. Hold on, let's go on boobs. Nice. Anyway. Since Vognir died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakon? I heard you. What? I was saying, the Var we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property. A man named Eirik. Eirik? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants dredge crawling through his streets. We've put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of mouths, then. You sure that wound has healed, Luden? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. Send him away. Send him away. Let him do his own shit. Or send him away. Thoughts? I don't know. Do any of my viewers have the chat? What do you think? Chat doesn't think. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, let's go with number 3. Falknir's dead. There's no reason to stay. What do you expect me to do? Go back to my father and tell him that one Varl died, so the alliance is over? He has a point. As Volknir's Kender, you have the same responsibilities, Hakon. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Ludin turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Ludin won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Ludin get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakon? Ooh. Think. 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 So, where the fuck is Schlid? Also, Schlid? That's a name and a half. I need a map. Hold on. Google. So, Strand Vedderfell. Schlid. Okay, so we're heading back to Schlid. No more losses. Yeah, let's be cautious. We'll do. Give the word and we'll set off. Gotta find it again. Gotta find it again. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Clansmen, fighters, Varl. Okay, yeah, so the Varl caravan is all fighters. I'd ask how you're dealing with Vognir's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady old Mogger, which is good. I know most of these Var, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Vognir. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Anything you can tell me about the caravan? Throw together this many Varl. Half of them want to hit each other, the rest want to be left alone. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple of clan leaders trying to show off for each other. Not a big deal. I've got it under control. The fighters we just got from Strand aren't bad, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Volknir. Those are the ones to worry about. What about the Ludens men? They don't want to hear anything from me. I know that. Any problems? Could be. Luden's pet Var is named Percy. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. His girl in red is scary too. Yrsa. She's probably the best probably the best fighter Luden's got, to be honest. I've overheard some Devar call her the witch. Why? The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but the fire upsets our Var more than the dredge. Still doesn't make much sense. Witch? They're not scholars, Hakon. I think they're mostly just afraid of her. That makes more sense. Don't let her find out. Haven't you ever wanted to be in command? More than I am? Any more rope and I'd hang myself. I doubt that. I forgot. You weren't around back then. At one point, I had more rope. I hung myself. Okay, that's actually really fucking funny. So no, I'm not interested in command. It's all yours. Thanks. You think we're walking into a death trap? I think we are. This many Var? No, we should be alright. Things could get rough though. I don't like being the one to send Var to their deaths. I like worrying about myself, and that's the extent of it. Who could have expected Vognir to drop like that to a couple of slag? I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes. No big moment. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although I have to wonder. Nah, never mind. Anyway, I'll worry about the warriors. You worry about not doing something stupid. That's asking a lot. What were you worrying about Banner? I'd rather not say, Hakon. Why not? It's the kind of thing that gets stuck in your head, and you'll need a clear one. It's better if you let me worry about it. If you say so. If there's reason to bring it up again, I will. Let's get back to it. Let me know if you'll need anything else. I feel. I'm not sure if I've got the right accent for the job. It feels off. You know him well, didn't you? Faulkner? No. Well, I don't know. I remember him. Always rushing around with some important business. But I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did, in any case. I suppose so. When he spoke, Var listened. Var listened. I knew that. I could use help there. The scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment. I see, course. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking to the right Var. Mugger's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold the quill. What are you always putting down in that journal? How do you mean? What do I write? I write what happens. They've got a banner in Aberrang for that, you know. You mean the long banner? Yes. The Mender wove up something that writes its own history. You want my opinion? I don't trust it. No? It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? Durin's? God forbid. Ha! You relic. The gods have been dead a long time. Oh, have they? Old habits, I suppose. I heard you were... I can't keep doing this. I keep on slipping back into it, but I seriously cannot. Fix that. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old we Val can get, naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He's got a few years on me. Just hunkers in Grofheim collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Another one named Krumer is close, I think. But the adult son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be offed before I am. Although... The scrivener gestures around him as if to remind you of the current situation. You chuckle. Anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I'm just a delivery baron for Jonder now. Can't remember half what I've done. Hence the journal? Hence? Don't get fancy on my behalf, Hakon. Okay, I won't. What do you suppose happened to the sun? Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before. Are you worried? Some of the Varl in the caravan think the world's coming to an end. Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. I'll take it. If it's the end, I'm ready. What about the rest of us? To the depths with you. Ha! Get some rest, always more marching to do. I've hoofed more hills than a horse born with a grudge. Don't worry about me. Horse born. Great morale. Map, heroes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do here. Nearly 500 val. That's a lot. That's a lot of giants. Oh. I was right. We were at Vedrfell. Look at that, says Mogr. In the hills, more dredge. No more than a dozen, though. We could just as easily pass by as rush up there to slaughter them. It's a trap! Ludin overhears. That's a dozen dredge heading towards Strand, he says. You ask him when he started to care about Strand. I don't, he replies. I thought you did. I wanna fight. The caravan stops and waits while you lead a small detachment up the hillside to take care of the dredge. Quickly, you tell Ludin to stay by the caravan. He folds his arms and mutters something about being treated like a child. I want to take every opportunity I can to, like, fight. Oh, Mugga can... What are your skills? I kind of have to level these guys up at least once. Just for the sake of, like... I need the stats. Yep, okay, you become armor breaker. So, what on earth is this setup? Okie dokie. No, let's just do a regular attack. And do that. Owie! Hello. Heck yeah. Wow, you can do 7 damage? Hell yeah, let's go do that. Owie! Nice. Oh. Eric's kind of stuck. Yeah, give him some more willpower. Nice. Added strength and armor. Okay, so it's just to target and adjacent enemies. Let's just whittle you down. I kind of miss my archers. This is sad. I'm sad. Ow! Bring the pain? What is bring the pain? Ah, okay. Just finish breaking your armor. You're not doing much. You need to take a bit of damage. I should have put him over here in the first place. Mm. Yep, let's get him down below most of my character's armor. Jesus! This was not... Back off, out of the way. You look like a frog. Heck yeah. Oh my god. What? I hate how this happens so freaking often. Nice. No! Damn it. Ugh. Fine. Nice. Yeah, everyone's fucking dying. This is so fun. I love this game. Cool. She sunder my impact till I kill. Joy. That was a terrible fight on my part. Like, really, really terrible. At least Hakon gets a promotion now. Gunelf has been injured in battle. I fucking know. I need to find a way to get Gunelf promoted and then... You know, maybe we can... Hakon! You can hear Luden's hard-booted trot as you set up camp the first day and brace yourself. Can we speak as equals? We can try. It seems clear to me you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way. Am I right? You're not wrong. Why do you ask? Because since we left Aberrang, the Varl have been acting like I need protection. Don't assume only the Varl can fight. Do you understand me? That is my banner we fly to Gropheim, the banner of Aberrang. Arberrang? Arberrang. I insist on joining in battle. Almost gutted in your first encounter and ready for more? Whatever you like, Prince. I expected more resistance. From Vognir, maybe. They tell me you were his kender. That's why you're in charge now. Some sort of next of kin Varl thing? Don't you take on his responsibilities? Why the tough act, kid? Don't look down on me again. Don't you dare. When you're nearly 200 years, it's hard to take a 20-year-old man. Is that right? Seriously. You better start. We'll both be kings someday. That's the last thing I need to think about right now. Luden looks at you as though you just punched yourself in the face. He heads back to his tent before saying whatever was on his mind. On exertion. You got some characters with high exertion. Ba ba da ba. Choose wisely. You have a moment? You approach Bercy. As you approach Bercy, he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book reading type. You're Bercy. You're Hakon. We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I had some questions. Say what you want to say. What's a Varl doing working for Luden? What's a Varl doing working for another Varl? What difference does it make? It looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor and don't get Luden killed. He's important to you? No, but that's one way to put it. Where'd you learn to fight? Same way as you. By fighting. You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Not anymore? I've had a lot of jobs. Can I trust you? What a loaded question. What a loaded question. Depends what you mean. Whose back will you have if things go wrong? Assume I'm looking out for myself and you'll figure it out. Does Luden understand that? Luden doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from the people he talks to. You laugh at the unexpected gouge. Percy grins, pleased with himself. I won't keep you any longer. See you on the battlefield, O leader of Varl. You could join us. I'm where I want to be. Don't forget what I said about keeping Luden alive. Got it? As you step away, you can't help but wonder if there was a bit of a threat behind that gravelly request. How do Varl procreate? How do Varl make more Varl? Yrsa, right? She watches you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards Luden's tent. No, here for you. Oh? Can we talk? Yrsa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, eyelids low. Ah! Fuck. Why not? I don't. In these two curiously contradictory words, you get two impressions. She has a beautiful obsidian voice, and this might be a complete waste of time. She walks. What? That. She watches you expectantly. You don't talk? No. You do, though. I don't. It's about the flaming arrows. She raises an eyebrow. Val and fire don't get along. All you get is a shrug. If you're going to use them, she pulls an arrow. There's a flick of a wrist you don't quite catch. Suddenly, a bird combusts in the tree behind you and falls to the ground, smouldering. Half the camp has turned to watch. Don't tell me not to. You're Luden's bodyguard? No, he's mine. Before you have the chance to be confused, she cackles, abrupt and loud, then looks slightly embarrassed. You are his personal guard, though. Her expression changes to, of course. How did you end up with someone like Luden? Luck. She watches. Well, this has been fun. She crosses her arms, a hand on her chin, and cocks her head to one side. Until next time, Yrsa. Hakon? You stop and look over your shoulder. I am a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger to her lips with a soft shh. You depart. Not quite sure what to make of that. I'm not sure what to make of it either, buddy. No, great morale. Let's just go. There's nothing for me to do here. We can just go. I have amazing morale. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakon, says one. Apparently, he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. Make your presence known but walk on. Not sure Vognir would have been happy to hear that, you growl loudly. The Varl flinches as you walk past, without looking in his direction. In the distance, you can hear his friend laughing at his misfortune. A small gathering of tents come into view. A group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out at the Godstone ahead, one tells you, leaving an offering to Dengler, as one does. His expression turns. Dredge start appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed. Thought the Godstone would be safe. But damned if I know why. We've been dodging them since we left. Let's see if they have anything to... Not much. Anything of value we left at the Godstone. I've never seen this many Val in one place before. You're off to deal with those dredge? You nod. We could plot some supplies if you need them. We have 64 days of supplies. I think we're good. As you like. If you're passing Dengler's Stone, I have a request though. My wife's brother stayed behind. You'll know him by the necklace with many gold rings. If you see him, say we are safely in Strand. You agree, and the merchants continue onward. -8 supplies. So we still have pretty good morale. The caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line, and then to Mogger tells you Dredge. Know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Vederfell and did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we'd plodded into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watched you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred, Hakon? Says Morgur. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. War! Oh, new mechanic! Huzzah! When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties, or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 486 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Val at your side. Even from here, you can see nervous glances amidst the enemy ranks. This looks like a good chance to press your advantage. Formations. You start comparing weaknesses and strengths, taking into account terrain, morale, and the look of your enemy. If you're careful, you should be able to keep your forces balanced. Hold on. I'm getting a call. I'll be right back.